Panchakalpatribhyascha Kripasindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Srimati Bhakti Lalita Devi ki jai.
Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Srila Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Keshava Prabhu ki jai. Keshava Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for joining, Didi.
Thank you for inviting me. And also we have a special visitor who's going to pop in. And that is Divya Shakti Didi.
Okay. Jai.
And you might know her. She visited Puri Maharaj a few years ago at home, and they had he cooked a wonderful feast, and they were able to stay and visit with him for a while. And she's known him throughout the last few years. So she just wanted to just pop in, and she'll be here in a few minutes.
Jai. I've seen the picture of her visit with Tyagi Maharaj and the other devotees to the center in Princeton. I didn't know they came to his home too.
Yes.
Jai.
I believe so, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, but we can start, and please.
This is Bhakti Lalita Devi.
Oh, so nice to meet you, Hare Krishna.
Me too.
Oh, thank you for doing this. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Congratulations on your initiation, and
thank you.
Welcome to the family of the Chaitanya Saraswat Mat.
Thank
you.
You're so fortunate.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Hare Krishna.
And we're very much honoring your service to Puri Maharaj and Krishna Keshava Prabhu's service. Very extreme dedication, exemplary service, and serving the Vaishnava, especially in these final days of pastimes, are very intense.
Yes.
And it's
yes.
one of those thankless sacrifices, those hard sacrifices.
It's necessary.
Bhakti Lalita Devi was doing this service for Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so wonderful.
Our Srila Gurudev had many attendants and service, a big service group, and he had his own nurse, which is Kishori Didi from the USA, the daughter of Sri Lekha Didi, and daughter of Nyashi Maharaj, who was Sri Govinda Prabhu, Sudarshan Prabhu's sister. She came and served as a nurse in our Gurudev's last few months, maybe the last 6 months.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I was just one of the very many who were there at Lotus feet. And we also saw some interesting things. Our Gurudev, in maybe about 1 week before he left, maybe more like 5 days before he left, he saw a sadhu come to visit him, but we couldn't see that sadhu.
Oh, yes.
And so the sadhu came in, and Gurudev was talking to him and offered him a seat, and he asked us to give the sadhu some prasadam. But nobody knew what he was talking about. No one could see this sadhu. And then the sadhu left without prasadam, and Srila Gurudev was very annoyed. Yes, and so one of the devotees just scrambled and made a plate of prasadam and put down an asana, and then invited this sadhu to, please, sorry, we're late. You may come and take. Forgive us, we cannot see you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. That's a beautiful thing, and I'm sure that he was really there.
So it's a very common thing when someone is about, especially like a Vaishnava, is about to leave the world. They'll start to get visitors from the upper world, and they're starting their transition from this plane to the next plane. So interesting things can happen.
Yes.
And it's an honor to serve in this capacity, and we don't want him to feel alone. So I'm gonna get back to singing to him
Yes,
and
right.
touching him and making him feel our presence.
And please extend my Dandavat Pranams, my obeisances to him, my affection to him.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you again under different circumstances.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You guys are in New Jersey right now, right?
We are
Yeah. And Maharaj is in your home or you are in his home?
his home.
Okay.
So, Maharaj is originally from New Jersey. He was born here in Orange, New Jersey. So he was destined to become a sannyasi, you know.
Yeah.
And I was also born in New Jersey. So my parents, we lived in Monmouth County, which is in central Jersey, and Maharaj has his bhajan kutir in South Jersey in these beautiful wilderness called the Pine Barrens. And so there we are all, of course, I've been living with him here for the last 7 years, and my parents have come today to help with this service.
I think yesterday you were a little bit in an emergency situation, so they came to help.
Yes, definitely. And during that time, I was trying to contact as many devotees as I could, just to get their blessings from Maharaj, and I was able to. I had never spoken on the phone to Srila Bhakti Prapannatirtha Maharaj before, although by the grace of Sripad Puri Maharaj, we had some connection on Facebook. But in the moment, I just decided to like ignore any kind of etiquette or barrier, and I just called him on Facebook, and he picked up and he was like, Krishna Keshava Prabhu. He was like very enthusiastic, and I was like, oh, Maharaj, you're so merciful. Can you? And I just explained to him. I just like dumped all these details on him, and he started speaking Hare to Kata, and I put the phone to Maharaj's ear, and although he couldn't reciprocate anymore, nonetheless, he received that vibration. And also, I'll mention Sripad Purnananda Prabhu, who is based in Vrindavan.
Yes.
We've reconnected in a very beautiful way there, and yesterday, so today in New Jersey, still it's October 2nd is the disappearance day of Sripad Sripdamara Maharaj, and he has a beautiful Samadhi Mandir in Radhakund, Sri Radhakund, and Purnananda Prabhu stays in Vrindavan. So he went there, and right at the time when all this really intense stuff just started, all of a sudden I was receiving pictures of Radhakund from Purnananda, and I showed them to Maharaj, and then he all of a sudden video called us, and he was doing parikram of Govardhan, and I was showing this to Maharaj. So by Krishna's arrangement, you know, the Vaishnavas really came around for Sripad Puri Maharaj at this time.
Yeah, both Tirtha Maharaj and Purnananda Prabhu are always serving the Vaishnavas and so full of grace. And I had the fortune of living with them in India for 18 years.
Aye.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
so I'm so glad you were able to reach them.
Yes. So all these things are happening to me solely because of my connection with Sripad Puri Maharaj. You know, I am nothing. I'm very insignificant, but because of my Gurudev, you know, all these miraculous things are happening. So I feel very fortunate in that way.
Definitely.
So
This service is extremely worshipable that you're doing right now, and just have all our honor and appreciations.
and I'm feeling so inspired by all the devotees like yourself, Srimati Bhakti, Lalita Devi. For the longest time, you know, Maharaj has told me about when he was there in California, and how it was only by your grace that these things came about. And I even found an online article at the Seva Ashram website that explained like the experience, and it described your role in that experience. I was hoping maybe I can share it on the screen. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this article was written by Jagamohini Didi,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's really beautiful article. Um,
I remember that picture of Puri Marsh. That was the installation of the Pushpa Samadhi of Srila Gurudev in SoCal.
Hare Krishna. They have more photos of it down here. I'm gonna enlarge in the screen a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, where Sripad Yudamanyu Prabhu, Srila Janardhan Maharaj, and Sripad and, uh, and
Supreme.
Hasapriya Prabhu, Hasapriya Prabhu. Yes, I feel like this is such a worshipable pastime of the devotees. At this time, Maharaj could join them for installing the Samadhi, Pushpa Samadhi Mandir of Srila Govinda Maharaj. And I feel like every time I hear of a pastime of Srila Govinda Maharaj, naturally it's about unifying the devotees. They just naturally, everyone comes together in harmony around such exalted souls, even when it's regarding their pastimes after they've left the body. So I am very much humbled by such pastimes, and yeah, I just wanted to read the part where they mentioned about you, Didi. It said, "We are grateful for the inspiration Bhakti Lalita Didi received to invite Sripad Puri Maharaj to visit, and Maharaj in turn was very pleased with Bhakti Lalita Didi's constant care and attention to his health and satisfaction. Maharaj oftentimes expressed his awe and happiness with the care and affection he received during his visit. All those who were fortunate to receive darshan and witness his sweet Vaishnava qualities felt blessed. I cannot find the right words, sufficient words to express the respect, affection, and admiration that Maharaj left us with, small gifts, little droplets of mercy that we examined and appreciated long after his departure." So, words can't express my gratitude to all the Vaishnavas and yourself for welcoming my Gurudev like that. And yeah, I just wanted to express that, even though it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything coming from somebody like me, but nonetheless, I just wanted to try to express that.
It means the world, Prabhu. This is Krishna Keshava Prabhu, who is taking care of Puri Maharaj. He's at Puri Maharaj's home. We have Divya Shakti Didi here.
Hi, Dandavat Prabhu.
Dandavat Divya Shakti Didi.
Dandavat.
And I'm going to put some light on because we look like shadows in my camera. How about the light from your end? Can you see us?
I see shadows, silhouettes.
Oh, just a moment. So Divya, you can just say a few words, please.
Oh, I just wanted to give my respects and Dandavats to Sripad Puri Maharaj. Last time I was there, we were on traveling Sankirtan, and it was really sweet, and we had lunch at his house there in downtown Manhattan, I believe. Yeah.
New Jersey.
It was New Jersey.
Right.
And we went to his house. Yeah, and it was an honor. You know, it's always an honor to. There you go. There we are. You pulled up the picture, huh?
Yes.
Wow. There's the photo.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was very lovely. So I just wanted to give my respects and, you know, and well wishes and, you know, and praying that he prays for us all also. we're all one family, you know, and we all have to just continue in our spiritual life and always give honor to the devotees, you know,
Yes.
and that's why I've come. So I just wanted to say that and how grateful I am for, you know, to have this association. It was meant to be, and you know, I can only wish him well, and I pray that he has the same for us, that he wishes us well, and he's our well wisher, because we all need prayers. Believe you me, we all need prayers in our lives. So please offer him my dandavat, my pranams, and pray for his wonderful, glorious journey. Like all of us, we're all on a journey. So my respects.
Divya Shakti Didi, please allow me to say that I know for a fact he is having so much affection for yourself and all of the devotees. Anytime on Facebook, you know, we see, for instance, the Govinda Melas that go on or something. We see the photos, of course, you know, and over the years. And anytime we see that and I'm there with Maharaj looking at them, he always is like remembering you and saying your name and telling me something about your exchanges in the past. And also Srimati Braja Mohini Didi, he's also pointing out, and he told me about his happy memories having prasadam at her home, and he was there. And so he has nothing but affection for the devotees, and he always, by his grace, shares his memories of the devotees with me. And I just want to really offer that to you while you're here.
Jai Prabhu, thank you so much. Thank you. Jai Prabhu.
Divya Shakti Didi arrived yesterday from America,
Jai.
and she's coming for the little festival we have here in Chiang Mai for Kartik at Parmananda Prabhu and Krishna Priya's farm. It's about an hour from our temple. So devotees are trickling in, and she's the first, actually second. We had Jaya Shri Didi from Salt Lake City, who is the sister of Sudarshan Prabhu and daughter of Sri Lekha Didi. She came with her family. Then Divya arrived, and devotees coming from all over the world. And next week we'll have a little festival it's called Meirim, the town where it's actually way outside of the town of Meirim, where Parmananda and Krishna Priya have a big rice farm and a little ashram growing.
Sorry.
Nice.
I think they, just a week ago, their farm connected with us on Instagram. And I saw a flyer, so I saw a flyer for this program.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yes, I mean, I think that was Gurudev's mercy to have that opportunity to invite Madhava Puri Maharaj to our San Jose SoCal community. And as I was serving as Gurudev's secretary throughout the years, Puri Maharaj would send service donations, and Gurudev would always receive them and feel so grateful for his presence and his participation, and would talk about his name, especially that name given by Sridhar Maharaj. That's like the best name. You can't get any better than that.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev would just hear his name and he'd just feel some special, heartfelt inspiration and appreciation.
I have one ebook here. I wanted to share the screen. I don't know if this was something that happened in your presence, Lalita Devi. But this ebook was made from Sripad Puri Maharaja's side as an offering to Srila Govinda Maharaj during one of his Vyasa Pujas. And apparently Srila Govinda Maharaj was so happy when he received this book as a digital thing. He said, I must have this in print. and then some effort was made to get Srila Govinda Maharaj a print version. And I just wanted to read the first couple sentences because I think it's very charming, and it shows like a very, of course, respectful but God-brotherly relationship between Srila Govinda Maharaj and Sripad Puri Maharaj, where of course Sripad Puri Maharaj always glorified and worshipped Srila Govinda Maharaj as the rightful successor Acharya of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and how the Western devotees would have had no shot of association with Srila Sridhar Maharaj if it wasn't for the hospitable and merciful nature of Govinda Maharaj, making every single arrangement for their comfort. Many times Sripad Puri Maharaj told me that, it would be a little disorienting when they first started seeing Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and then Govinda Maharaj would come in and like wrap them in love and affection and feed them and connect with them. And it was only by that they had some environment where they could start coming closer and closer to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. So he says here, on the auspicious occasion of the 73rd anniversary of his divine appearance, this e-publication is humbly and affectionately dedicated to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya and Sevite President Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivratikacharya Sri Srimad Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. When the transcendental yes man meets the teacher of surrender is not a lips transaction, as his Guru Dev, who is following in the line of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat, at that time, the divine personality of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj becomes manifest in this world. Born with his naturally humble disposition, he would likewise always speak the truth. These two qualities, humility and truthfulness, along with learning, are the natural characteristics of a genuine Brahmana and are the chief features of Paramahamsa, who possesses true intelligence and knows the conclusions of all the scriptures. These are the qualities that were manifest in Srila Govinda Maharaj from his early childhood. As Srila Govinda Maharaj described his own nature, if I was ordered to do anything, I would immediately say yes. Even without fully hearing the order, I would immediately agree to it. That was my nature. If the question would come, can you do it? I would always just immediately tell yes. I did not like the word no. So when Srila Guru Maharaj asked, can you follow me? I said, yes, I shall do anything you instruct. Then Srila Guru Maharaj said, first you tried to follow this one instruction of mine. I replied, please Maharaj, say that what the instruction is. He replied, don't listen to your mind, but hear from me. What I shall order you to follow, you can do that. Yes. Therefore, from the beginning of Govinda Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj accepted Srila Guru Maharaj wholeheartedly, and reciprocally, Srila Guru Maharaj accepted Srila Govinda Maharaj wholeheartedly. We may all be familiar with Srila Guru Maharaj's teaching. Surrender is not a lip transaction. Surrender means not only to surrender one's possessions, but to realize that the possessions themselves are false. I'm not a master of anything. I'm not even master of myself. Surrender means to give everything to Guru and rid ourselves of the unholy connection of so many possessions, so that they may not disturb us always by suggesting you are my master, and in this way misleading us. Is it okay if I read more?
Yes, please. It's beautiful.
Srila Guru Maharaj could recognize that Govinda Maharaj was qualified to be able to carry out this instruction, and therefore, from the very beginning of their relation, declared him to be his successor Acharya. Guru Maharaj knew well and always taught us that the essence of bhakti is based upon sharanagati, surrender, without which there is no genuine bhakti or dedication. Even if there may seem to be some external show. Only sincere dedication is the real qualification. Such type of devotion he found in the heart of Srila Govinda Maharaj. In early 1980, when some of us came from ISKCON seeking the shelter of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's lotus feet, we were attracted and charmed by the sweet nectar flowing from the lotus lips of Srila Guru Maharaj. Yet because we were very shy about going outside of ISKCON and very inexperienced It was really Srila Govinda Maharaj's humble affection that kept us coming back and led eventually to our staying at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt. He made us feel that we had a real home there. He was very kind. By this experience, we could also realize how sweetly his divine master must have relished his service. The devotees of the mutt showed the same kind of selfless service to all the lost souls that came to the mutt. Truly, we felt ourselves to have found the transcendental land of loving service there. Later, we learned that Srila Govinda Maharaj had made a pact with Srila Guru Maharaj. If Guru Maharaj would instruct us, then Govinda Maharaj would take care of us. Often the devotees honored prasadam together with Srila Govinda Maharaj, while sitting on the veranda under Srila Guru Maharaj's lotus feet. There was a mongoose in the mutt who loved Govinda Maharaj so much that one day while we were taking prasad, he scampered behind the devotees without touching anyone and climbed over the shoulders of Govinda Maharaj. Srila Maharaj was always kind and loving to all the animals and even the trees, etc. Then how could he not be kind to those like us who had the intelligence of animals? Lord Shiva is known as Pashupatinath, the Lord and kind protector of the animals and the lower creatures. He is also described in Srimad Bhagavatam as the best devotee of Lord Krishna, Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, Bhagavatam 12.13.6. Shambhu is another name of Lord Shiva. In Vrindavan there is the temple of Lord Shiva where he is called Gopeshwar, the Lord of the Gopis. The Gopis worship Shiva, not for any material benefit, but for the service of Krishna. Srila Govinda Maharaj always had a special regard for Lord Shiva from his childhood in Bamanpur, the village where he was born. And when Srila Guru Maharaj was stricken with very bad headaches, Srila Govinda Maharaj prayed to Lord Shiva to bring a remedy for him. Lord Shiva is so kind, he gives his mercy to the lowest creatures like ghosts, etc. Srila Govinda Maharaj is also very kind to the fallen and downtrodden, never seeing any difference in them by dint of his wonderful humility, love, and renunciation, a false egoistic tendency that is usually found, especially among the Smarta Brahmana class. A Vaishnava is higher than a Brahmana. Greatness couched in humility, that, as Guru Maharaj said, is the quality of Raja Lila, devotees. One may have to examine them carefully in order to penetrate beyond the apparently ordinary facade to discover the wonderful hidden treasure that actually lies therein. Dive deep into reality, as Guru Maharaj often reminded us. The Hamsa or swan dives deep into the water, entwines his neck within the stems of lotus flowers to retrieve the nectar. Then he returns to the surface and pushes out the undesirable water from his mouth to swallow only what is relishable. The topmost devotee of the Lord has a similar power of discrimination, Sar Grahi, always seeking the divine essence in this world, and he is therefore called the Paramahamsa, the topmost swan-like devotee. Lord Shiva, as the greatest Paramahamsa, easily awards benediction to all those who worship him because he only sees their good side, that they have come to worship him, and does not consider what their motivation may be. Is it okay if I continue or should I stop? Yeah?
Yes, please.
Srila Govinda Maharaj was reluctant to cut down a mango tree that was growing in the place where he planned to build the Samadhi Mandir for Srila Guru Maharaj because he considered all the trees there to be sacred friends whom he would often bid adieu whenever he left the mutt in the course of his duties. Then one day that tree left its body of its own accord so that Srila Govinda Maharaj could have it removed for the glorious service of Srila Guru Maharaj. Such degree of sacrifice, even to give up one's own precious life in order to make room for what is to come. This is the high standard that is found in the holy abode of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt, which is now magnanimously spreading its branches throughout the world. We can only bow our heads and offer our hearts complete dedication and service to the noble ideal we find there in a living form. Sometimes Govinda Maharaj would invite the sannyasis and other devotees to take prasad with him on the veranda of his own quarters at the mutt. Happily, like joyful comrades, we would relish the association of the devotees as we honored the tasty remnants of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundarji's nectarian repast. Such simple memories remain forever etched in the world-weary minds and too oft broken hearts of the sojourners of this Martya Loka, the plan of birth, death, old age, and disease. We were all happy when Srila Guru Maharaj appointed Srila Govinda Maharaj as his successor. To the end, the highest degree of dedication and service to his Gurudev was found in the inimitable personality of Srila Govinda Dev. No ordinary person can perform the activities of such a surrendered soul, just as no ordinary person can perform the activities of drinking poison like Nilakanta, Lord Shiva. We offer our repeated Koti Dandava pranams to the lotus feet of such eternally surrendered and thereby completely liberated souls, and pray for their grace in our lives. Srila Guru Maharaj often mentioned the name of Hegel to us. He said that what Hegel presented formed a philosophical basis, but only the basis, of Vaishnavism. Hegel gave much honor and respect to the scientist poet named Goethe, who Hegel regarded as a lifelong friend. He was especially impressed with Goethe's statement that, quote, "There is no remedy but love against the great superiorities of others," end quote. He considered this to be a good expression to remember whenever envy, which is incapable of any great action of its own, tries to bring greatness down to its own level. In every situation, we find that love conquers over all, is the mightiest verity. It even applies in our relationship with God. As our most magnanimous and dearly beloved Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada commented, Prayena Jita Jita Pyasi. Even the unconquerable Lord, Ajita, can be conquered, Jita, by love. The Lord himself becomes his devotee's devotee, Bhakta Vatsala, his devotee's friend, servant, lover, etc., because that is the only way to reciprocate the intense love that is felt in the devotee's heart for him. This is the constant goal of a devotee's life, Krishna Prem. We can practically strive for that goal by the association of a pure devotee who is constantly engaged in this sort of life, in that sort of life. Srila Narottam Das Thakur tells us, Chandiya Vaishnava Seva Nishtara Payeche Keba. Without being a devotee of the devotee, we cannot get release from the material entanglement. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, by his own example, taught Gopi Bharta Kamalayor Das Udas Anudas, so that he considered himself to be the servant of the servants of the gopis. Krishna himself felt conquered by the gopis because he could not repay them for their complete surrender and unconditional love they had for him. Krishna is defeated by his devotee, and therefore in that sense the devotee is greater than himself. Some people may think that the highest ideal is something far too excellent to have actuality. This divorce of the ideal from the real is dear to the analytic understanding that always looks upon its abstractions, empty as they are, as what is most real and true. But as Guru Maharaj said, the ideal is the real. This is the Hegelian philosophy, ideal realism. This means that we may only come to practical realization of the highest ideal of surrender and service in the company of the devotees, at the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev. Knowledge of God is not simply theoretical, it is also practical. It is this kind of full-fledged theism that is found in Vaishnavism. By the grace of our kind guardians, this message is being spread throughout the world so that all may come to worship the lotus feet of Gurudev, and with great humility and honor to him, humbly offer service for his pleasure and satisfaction. Sri Giriraj is now calling upon Srila Govinda Maharaj to relish his loving service in Govardhan, after his many years of faithful service in Gupta Govardhan of Navadvip. It is only by the mercy of the spiritual master that we may attain service of Krishna. Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasad, declares Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one gets Krishna's mercy. For the conditioned soul, such progress may seem to be in the negative direction, toward more humility and more surrender. This is the progress of die to live, as Guru Maharaj so often reminded us. In that spirit, we faithfully persevere in the great hope of attaining a drop of mercy for the opportunity to be able to engage even in some insignificant divine service, the only means by which true satisfaction may come to our hearts. One day, Srila Guru Maharaj called Srila Govinda Maharaj from Calcutta to take up this post as a sannyas in preparation for becoming the successor Acharya. Upon arriving at the mutt that day, Srila Govinda Maharaj very humbly remarked that he was, quote, only the wastebasket of the mutt, End quote. Remembering that, I consider my own position to be simply the waste of the mud, eagerly looking to find shelter in that divine basket. It is only by the grace of Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Shira Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, Srila Rupa Goswami, and Sri Chaitanya Dev, and so many other devotees, that it is possible to render any service to the Lord. What a great blessing it is to have their association in our life. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. When the scriptures declare something 3 times, it means that it is time to sit up and take special notice. All the Shastras declare that the ultimate necessity of Sadhu Sangha, the holy association of the devotees. Even if one has such association for only a moment, lava matra, one will achieve all perfection. Therefore, it is very important to understand who is a sadhu. Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada taught that sadhu means Mayananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti yedradam. He is sadhu. Not just anyone wearing saffron cloth and having long beard, that is not sadhu. Sadhu means devotee of the Lord. That is the first qualification. In Bhagavad Gita 9.30, Krishna says, Apichet sudaracharo bhajate mam ananyabhak. The devotee is free from all faults because he is wholeheartedly serving the Lord. This exclusive service is Maya Anyena Bhavina. Thus, Anya Bhava, or Anya Bhak, unflinching faith, single-minded dedication, or exclusive devotion without deviation toward other concerns, is the main characteristic of a sadhu. Such dedication is the chief qualification of the genuine sadhu who will never exploit or cheat us. When Srila Rupa Goswami summarizes the whole science of bhakti in 2 sentences, always remember Krishna and never forget him. The essential point that is made is the complete absorption of the mind in Krishna. This can never be artificially contrived, but comes naturally as a result out of genuine love for Krishna. Still, we must recognize that remembrance of Krishna, the energetic source, does not mean that we may forget his energy, Shakti, Sri Radha Thakurani, or his devotees. In the Sahaja section, those who take everything very easily or cheaply, they are actually cheated because they get only the abstract conception of God by not worshipping his Shakti, his devotee. When exclusive devotion for Krishna's pure devotee awakens, then we find the full-fledged sadhu and pure devotion, Shuddha Bhakti. To always have in our life the divine association of our worshipable Acharya, Sri Gurudev, is all we pray for. Only through his grace will our life become purified. May this fallen soul kindly be forgiven for any omissions or transgressions in this humble offering. Tridandi Bhikshu Bhakti Madhava Puri, December 21st, 2002. Krishna.
What a beautiful offering. Beautiful reading.
We'd like a copy of that, please.
Please.
Yes.
And we'll share it with all the devotees.
Really lovely.
Thank you for pulling out that gem. It was like a hidden gem, I think.
Really. Really nice. So thorough. Touching on so many points. You know?
I love even the short emails of Puri Maharaj. They're just his command of the English language, his strong intelligence. It always shines through, even in like a line. Whenever I get a message from him, it's just, I know like this is a little masterpiece, a little gem that I've received.
There's just one verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita that Maharaj really valued in that regard. I forget, I can look it up, the number and all that, but the English translation is, essential truth concisely spoken is true eloquence.
Yes, that one I quote all the time because I love it so much. Essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence.
Only the Vaishnavas can say something like that. You know, it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
There's I'd like to, if it's okay, I'd like to share with you this one verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita that Maharaj, about 2 months ago, he started really appreciating it. And I felt when he told me about this verse, this is the first time I ever felt that like the Sanskrit of the verse was so bright that it literally imprinted itself on my mind. Like every single word is so effulgent. Now, after saying that, let's see if I can even remember it. But yeah, Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purnam Nityo Shudha Muktas Binatvat Nami Namino. And I'd like to just read the English translation.
That's a very famous verse our Gurudev quoted in many of his lectures.
Every,
You also loved that.
yeah, every word is just so full of like nectar. And how the name is non-different from who is named. English translation. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 17, text 133. And may I share? Sometimes Krishna.
We are not in a rush. You're the one who is having a very late night, and just take your time.
I'll chill out. Let me chill out.
Loving every minute.
So right at the time when Maharaj was like telling me about this verse, we kind of live in a secluded area here in New Jersey in the Pine Barrens, and especially in like this 55 plus community, you know. And so sometimes I go on a japa walk, and I was just reflecting on how, like, I just felt I didn't have enough faith in the holy name. And then on my way back during this japa walk, and I chant out loud when I do this, not too loud, but I chant out loud. Then all of a sudden, this Indian man who was an Amazon driver, an Amazon delivery driver, all of a sudden he gets out of the car and says, Hare Krishna. He has tilak on and his hands are in the air. And I never saw that in this place for the 7 years. This happened like 3 months ago. And then he tells me his name. He says, my name is Nama Chintamani Prabhu. From this verse, the exact thing from the verse. I was like, whoa. I was like, no way. And so that just like really solidified the magic of that verse when that happened.
Yeah, that was Krishna. Krishna was blessing you.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was wild. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
So we're just trying to, our hardest part of the service that we have here, is building community. People in New Jersey are very stubborn, and people come like for the novelty of a program, but then not very many can like stay. But there's a really interesting opportunity for service here because New Jersey is India's second largest trade partner, international trade partner. And there's so many Indians coming to New Jersey and that live in New Jersey for like 50 years. And they're the kind of Indians that Srila Prabhupada was trying to target with his preaching, where they ran away from their culture to find the Western exploitation, but Krishna Bhakti was here waiting for them. So there's a huge opportunity for preaching here, and we've been humbly trying to do it, especially where Maharaj made the center. Princeton is in a county called Mercer County, and it must be one of the most heavily Indian populated counties in New Jersey. So there's a huge opportunity for preaching here, and I shared this idea with Maharaj one time. He didn't say like positive or negative about it, but that if someone were to make a temple here, like a Brahma Samhita Mandir, because in Brahma Samhita, the Hindus like to worship Ganesh, Surya, Durga, Shiva. And Brahma Samhita has those verses where it worships them in relation to Govinda. So if someone made a temple with that concept, and then the central deity as Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda, and then they had very beautiful deities around of Ganesh and Shiva and Durga and like that, then I feel like it would be very attractive to all these Hindus in New Jersey, and at the same time it would, in a very subtle way, instill Siddhanta in them and give them some kind of connection and like that.
Yeah.
But
Wonderful idea. We pray Guru Gauranga Radha Krishna allow that to manifest in New Jersey. It's manifest on a subtle level.
yeah.
Externally needs to manifest.
Hare Krishna.
I need to get your address in New Jersey there, where you are.
Yes, definitely. Can I reach out to you on Facebook, Divya Shakti Didi?
Yes, on Messenger, I guess. Yeah,
Okay.
Messenger.
Jai. And then,
Private message.
yes.
That would be good.
The other thing about New Jersey is they're trying to make it like the AI hub of the East Coast, like they have Silicon Valley in California.
Uh-huh.
All this new legislation is like just happening over the last couple of years to make New Jersey not only specifically Princeton, the AI hub of the East Coast, but also Netflix is moving to my hometown where I was born in Eatontown, New Jersey, and they're going to make it like a Hollywood. So all this stuff is just starting to transform, and it would be great if instead of just immersing everybody in New Jersey into even more Maya, somehow it could be utilized for Krishna's and Guru's service.
Wow.
And so the AI thing is more the Princeton Bhaktivedanta Institute, that kind of preaching. But all these opportunities are like just now fructifying. The seeds and all that were there previously, but it's just starting to really fructify. And like the BAPS Swami Narayan Mandir, right? That's like 15 minutes away from the institute that Maharaj made. So all this stuff is just it's starting to emerge, and I really hope that Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mutt can also flourish perhaps in New Jersey, and that the Princeton Bhaktivedanta Institute can really serve as an educational organization that helps facilitate real spiritual education. So I'm just submitting these humble prayers in front of the Vaishnavas, like you said, Bhakti Lalita Didi, just in hopes that it starts on the subtle level, and then perhaps it may become more gross.
A physical, tangible manifestation.
Yes.
Yeah, we pray for that, and one step at a time. And just hearing this, I also know some friends, and we have some devotees not so far that are even visiting right now from the New York, New Jersey area.
Yeah.
We can put them in contact.
Right.
They're also looking for some association.
Exactly.
Hare Krishna.
So let's see if we can round up our friends and connect them with you. And Divya Shakti travels all the time. She goes to New York a lot.
We were just there for Rath Yatra.
Jai.
So New Jersey is just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yes, it is. This would be so wonderful. Very wonderful. And I know this was something that Sripad Puri Maharaj really wanted for this kind of harmony to manifest, because he saw too many times all the nastiness and disharmony that can occur, and he really wanted this harmony to succeed amongst the
Yes.
Jews.
Yes. Yes. So true. Me too. Just no time for that. Like the Krishna consciousness.
Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, mark the bright side in others and ignore the apparent side. That's a harmonizing tool. Like, see the good in everyone around you, and you can ignore the rest. And there you will find some harmony.
Yeah.
And by tolerance, harmony increases. And harmony is all accommodating. Everyone can have their place.
And harmonizing that with Srila Gurudev's, right? Maybe those bad qualities you're seeing, they're not their bad qualities, they're my bad qualities. I'm projecting onto them. So, because it becomes too problematic. It becomes so easy to point the finger. You know, they have that saying, like,
Right.
you point the finger, you have 4 pointing back at you. Or 3, I guess. But that's, yeah. We're projecting. Sripad Puri Maharaj, to complement that idea, he would say that that verse, what was it? Atmavan manyate jagat. So, Atmavan manyate jagat. You're seeing jagat. The soul is seeing jagat through its own filter of the mind. So it is saying, oh, the world is against me. That's in your mind, you know? It's not the world. The world isn't really like that. That's just how we're seeing it. So we're trying to find so much fault in the environment, but that's just the filtering of our own consciousness. So I hope I can practice that.
It's our life. We're all about that.
Yes. Can I ask, when was the first time that either of you met Sripad Puri Maharaj or heard about him?
Devi joined the mission a long time before me. What year was that? The month.
87. I received 86, 87. Yeah, I came around then at that time.
In New York, right?
Yeah.
1987 in New York City. Devi Shakti got connected to Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat. And then meeting Puri Maharaj or coming in connection with him.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, when did I meet Puri Maharaj? I guess maybe during that time, that picture there.
At that time, he already had to leave India. He was in Nepal for a couple of years, like 87, 88, 89, something like that. And then because they wouldn't let him back in India, he just went back to New Jersey.
I met him through correspondence. As Gurudev's secretary, I received his messages and his service donations, and through correspondence we met, and then felt like I knew him through the correspondence. And then finally, when he came to San Jose, that was the first time meeting him in person. And before that, a few times, like FaceTime, video chat. We had a few conversations, but him coming to San Jose was the first time physically in person meeting him.
What was your inspiration? Where did that come from to invite him like that?
You know, because I knew how much Gurudev cared for him, and loved his name and how he served throughout the years. He was always quietly serving in the background. I just felt like, wouldn't it be glorious if we could all meet him and bring him out? And that Puri Maharaj agreed and accepted our invitation was very inspiring for us. And that he actually got on the plane, because he wasn't even confident of his ability to travel due to his diabetes and his health condition.
Yeah.
And we were concerned if we'd be able to take care of him properly, but everything went so smoothly that he came a second time, a third time, maybe how many times? 4 times.
Sorry.
So, and he was feeling quite at home. And so I felt like I was being used as an instrument to allow him to be met by the devotees, for everyone to get to know him a little bit, and for him to be present for Gurudev's Pushpa Samadhi inauguration.
Yes.
And some, I think some long-lasting friendships and relationship has been maintained from that time, that visit, those visits.
I heard one time that when some South Indian devotees came to Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Sripad Puri Maharaj is always very shy about this, but he would say Govinda Maharaj only said this because he knows how devoted to Govinda Maharaj Puri Maharaj was. But anyhow, so Srila Govinda Maharaj said to these South Indian devotees, "Oh, you're serving Sripad Puri Maharaj? That's non-different from serving myself."
Wow.
He said that, this is at least what I heard.
Gurudev said that. Wow, how beautiful is that?
So I always felt very blessed to reflect on that, and anyhow.
Wow. That's special. I'm so glad to be here to witness all this sharing. It's very nectarizing. It feels very hopeful for the future of the mission.
Yes. This was yesterday when,
in the East Coast.
Yeah, when Maharaj was having his confusion yesterday, all of a sudden there was a few times he just said something very concisely, and one of the things he said was the unity of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt, and then he'd go back to saying some things that I couldn't understand. That was one of the things where all of a sudden he was just real sharp, and he was like, "We have to unify the mission," and and I know for a fact, and he's not just talking about the Western, but the Indian mission. This was always something that weighed on his heart. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Asha. I want to introduce Asha Purna. She's living in New Jersey. She just arrived.
Hare Krishna.
And
Hare Krishna.
This is Krishna Keshava
Oh,
Prabhu.
who are you talking about? Nice to meet you. I'm in
New Jersey.
I'm in Bricktown.
Oh, you're in Brick.
Yeah, and I don't drive, so I don't. But yeah.
Brick is in Ocean County, right?
And
Yes.
my god sister's here too. She splits between upstate New York and Brick as well.
Yeah, so I'm also living in Ocean County in Whiting, so we're probably 20 minutes from you.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. Would love to meet.
Wonderful.
Jai.
This is hopeful.
We started doing a mantra meditation class here in Whiting at one of the senior facilities.
Nice.
Maybe one time we can connect and you can come or something.
That'd be awesome. I just started working in a senior facility in a nursing home actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll get your contact. Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook and WhatsApp.
Okay, awesome. Talk to you later. We'll send me your Facebook and then we'll connect.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful.
Jai.
Seems like the East Coast. Guru Maharaj always wanted a center in New York, And I was sent there so many times to try to start something. And it never happened. Maybe it's now, it's time or something. There's devotees all over New York.
Yes.
Wow. After you said that about what Gurudev said about serving him is not different from serving me, that has a very strong impression in my heart. Very beautiful.
So,
Well, Prabhu, we're very, our heart goes out to you at this time.
At this time.
This is a very critical moment, and you're there, and you're holding down the fort, and you're the right hand of Puri Maharaj, and in these very precious moments, you're just diving deep and reaching out to all the devotees. That's just exactly what he would want from you, that you're reaching out to all the devotees, sharing and discussing these pastimes of Puri Maharaj and anything in his connection, and bringing out these treasures that are that article that you were reading from. That's something I'd like to read and reread many times.
Yes, exactly. Please send it to me.
So, such this time sharing such valuable things and increasing our memory and our hearing about Puri Maharaj's contributions just is very important, and so glorious. So honoring your good service there, and so appreciate you reaching out and keeping us updated and just being there at Maharaj's feet. We honor that service. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Shripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai.
Jai.
All glories to the assembled devotees ki Jai. Srimati Bhakti Lalita Devi Dasi ki Jai. Srimati Divya Shakti Devi Dasi ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari 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 Gaur.
Jai Krishna Keshava Prabhu ki
Jai.
Jai, and Tulasi Maharani ki Jai.
Jai.
All the devotees there ki Jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Bhakti. Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Please give him our dandavats
Yes, please.
at
Please.
his feet,
Please do.
and tell him we had this wonderful time together. And remembering him is bringing so much inspiration.
Yes. I'll play this video next to him. Even if
Nourish
I don't know what happens, but I'll play this whole video right next to his ear.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Jai Prabhu.
Thank you is not sufficient.
Right.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Prabhu.